All right, Mayhem's brought some news, and we'll get to it.
Got some news. Good old Twitter beef. Simone Biles calls Riley Gaines sick over criticism of transgender athletes. Yeah, Biles, the most decorated Olympic gymnast in history, called the former college athlete sick and a sore loser on a post on X on Friday night.
Yeah, I was following this too. I think Simone may have lost this one.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird thing, which is people are not protesting against transgendered people or transgendered kids. Nobody I know cares about transgendered people. I'm trying to think of Bruce's whatever.
Caitlyn.
Nobody I know cares about Caitlyn Jenner. Does anyone care about Caitlyn Jenner? Caitlyn Jenner's basically a Republican and hangs out in the Republican circles, and nobody has two thoughts about Caitlyn Jenner because they don't care because it's their business.
But if she ran the 400, we'd have something to say.
Then we would have something to say. So it's not a stance against transgendered people. It's a stance against biological men winning in female sports. That's all it is. I know everything is a fucking hate crime to you guys, but that's all anyone I know. Now, maybe there's a small subset of people that think, it's an abomination against God's will or whatever, but that's not who the mainstream is. The mainstream wants to see, there's the Olympics. The Olympics has male boxing and it has female boxing. And so what we would like is to watch females and the best females in the world box, and then the one who wins the gold gets her hand held up. But we don't want to see James Quick Tillis. Remember James Quick Tillis?
No, I know that name, but I never.
We don't want to see 80s heavyweight James Quick Tillis put on a skirt and go down and whoop up in the ladies department. That's not what we want, and that's all we're saying. If James Quick Tillis wants to wear a skirt and high heels all day, every day, no one has any thoughts about it. But if he would like to compete,
put on some boxing boots.
If we put on some boxing boots. Yeah, there he is. There's James. Show me James in his prime with his shirt off. I mean, James.
I do know this guy.
James had a good, had a solid career, lots of wins. But no, we don't want to see him box the ladies.
It seems like Simone is infected by this inclusive energy where everybody needs a place, and she even says in her tweet that making sports inclusive or creating a new avenue. But how are you going to find that many girls? Boys to play softball.
Well, the first thing, and this is how you know it's not real, there's no controversy going the other direction. If a lady finds herself to be a man and would like to go compete with the boys, nobody has anything to say about it.
Jacked on steroids. Just a monstrosity of a woman.
Listen, if Chaz Bono wanted to join the rugby team, and actually, I've seen pictures of Chaz Bono. Could probably be pretty effective in that scrum. But if Chaz Bono wants to join the rugby team, then Chaz can do it. And no one has anything to say about it because we don't think he has an unfair advantage over the other fellas. We think it's the opposite. So Simone Biles says, "You're truly sick." And by the way, this is always the husband. She's married to an NFL guy, Simone Biles. She's probably like a 6'4" outside linebacker. He should have taken her fucking phone and just set it on the kitchen counter where she couldn't get it. Thank you. She says, "You're truly sick." Saying this all right. First thing, look, first off, when a biological boy starts 5 games for the girls' softball team and goes 5-0, gives up 2 runs in 5 games with an ERA of like 0.1, you saying I don't think is fair to the ladies on the other team doesn't make you sick. It makes you the opposite of sick. Whatever it is, it's not your sick individual. I mean, maybe you're controversial. Maybe you have thoughts, but you're not, go back to the tweet. You're not truly sick as someone who kidnaps runaway prostitutes and is making a skin suit out of them. That's what sick is. You thinking boys shouldn't start on the mound against girls is nowhere near that. You can disagree with it. It may be different than what you think, but it does not encroach on territory of you're truly sick. So you basically, Simone, you lost it in the first 3 words. All of this campaigning because you lost a race, straight up sore loser. Well, she raced a guy that was 6'3" and a male who took. By the way, Simone Biles should understand how many hours in the gym or how many hours in the pool it takes starting at age 6 to get to that level. She knows of when you're competing for the NCAA championship. At some point, you're now 21 and you've got 15 years of fucking in the pool at 5 a.m. Like, you understand. And to have a guy take that away, that makes you a sore loser.
It seems like she hasn't thought it through.
She hasn't thought it through.
Just on the surface, she wants to be nice to all trans people because she's friends with them. That I get it, but you can't compete together.
You should be. All right, so she says you're a sore loser. You should be uplifting the trans community and perhaps finding a way to make sports inclusive or creating new avenues. She's not Bowie Kuhn.
But this is just crazy. This is real crazy to make us care about women's softball.
I know. Look, she doesn't. Riley Gaines doesn't have to look for ways to uplift the trans community. She just has to say, when a dude strikes out a bunch of chicks, it's not fair to the other chicks. She doesn't have to invent a new sport or a new category.
Right. He's throwing 98 mile per hour heaters underhand.
Right. Maybe a transgender category in all sports. Again, there's not going to be enough.
I would watch that league.
I would watch 100%. It too. Yeah. But here's basically what all Americans need to know. It's like there are certain things that are kind of put upon you, and the things that are kind of put upon you, I believe in. Like when you go to and you walk across the intersection here. I've lived here my whole life. When I was a kid, the curb went all the way around the corner. Now there's a ramp, basically, sloped. So you can then go in your wheelchair across the street, right? Mm-hmm. And then you go, okay. And part of me goes, well, fuck that guy. I don't want to spend that money, make himself a ramp, let him figure it out himself. But he didn't ask to be put in a wheelchair. Maybe he's born with cerebral palsy or something. He's got something. ADA. All right. Okay, fine. Then we need to take care of those people because they were born that way. But if your choice is to get in a wheelchair, then I'm not going to cry for you if there's certain shit you don't get to do.
Yeah.
And you may want to become a woman or a man when you're a junior in high school, and that's fine. It's between you and your God. Go figure it out. But it does mean that it can be limiting. You know, like you can go, here's how society works. I like a full beard and I like long ass hair. I like long hair and a full beard. Okay. I also like to work the food lines in the cafeterias. Okay, we have to put this net on your beard and your hair. And then you go, I don't want to do that, man. It's like, well, you don't have to work at the cafeteria, or you can shave your head. If you decide to become a woman when you're 15 and a half, it may limit you on certain things. You may not get to play on this team or that team. Like, you may have to make a choice. Not everyone gets to do everything. You made a choice, which is you wanted to live your life as a woman. That's fine. But your softball career is over. I'm fine with that. I'm fine. All right. So anyway, then I think...
yeah, it went back and forth.
Went back and forth. Now, then Riley Gaines clapped back. This is actually so disappointing. I agree. It's not my job or the job of any woman to figure out how to include men in our spaces. Very good. You can uplift men stealing championships in women's sports with your platform. You can uplift men.
Yeah, little.
With your platform.
Yeah, with your platform.
You can do this. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was behind the camera arm there. Men don't belong in women's sports, and I say that with my full chest, which still has its titties. I added that. And then Simone Biles had to keep coming back. Bully someone your own size, which would ironically be a male.
I'm just seeing her at home with like a little thimble of wine, you know, what I mean, mixing it around and just rage tweeting back and forth with Riley Gaines.
Yeah. She drank a cap full of Chardonnay and is out of her mind. I saw Riley Gaines. I met Riley Gaines. Riley Gaines is 5'5.5" and 120
and here comes
pounds.
Riley Gaines.
So I don't.
back clapping back, and the subtle hint at body shaming. Please, I'm 5'5". Laugh emoji, laugh emoji, laugh emoji, laugh emoji.
Well, also, there's plenty of women in the UFC that are 5'9", and there's plenty of dudes in the UFC that are 5'9".
Yeah, I got a couple of killers at 5'5".
I still think the dude would win that cage fight against the lady over there. But all right. Anyway, this is what we do. But I really feel like Simone Biles is sort of indicative of the crazy woke left and their arguments, which is...
If you watch TikTok all day, sorry to cut you off, but this makes perfect sense. I know girls with the same mentality that, oh, everyone needs to be included. Everyone's the same, everyone. But it's like softball. It's a game and it's a sport and men have an advantage. Just sorry.
Well, I mean, it's also weird with sports too, because all I wanted to do was play sports. That's all I wanted to do. It's the only thing I was good at. Life was going to be the toil and trouble and horrible. And at some point, sports spat me out. They just went, no more for you. You can't do it. You're not good enough.
But don't you think it was helpful for your mental health and to make you feel good to do sports? That's the only argument I have in the other direction that makes sense. Is like, oh, this little trans girl, she's a boy, but in her body, and she has the mental capacity, like she's like a woman in her mind, and then she wants to play sports, so that makes me feel kind of empathetic for their situation. But I still don't care about women's softball.
Yeah. Speaking of men and women and softball, I do remember it like it was yesterday when me and Jimmy were playing in a game in Chicago, like sports and rock and jock celebrity.
Yeah. I remember those days,
And Dave Winfield he was former Yankee. I think Dave Winfield got, I guess the word, drafted in the NFL and stuff too. Dave Winfield,
just a beast athlete.
Dave Winfield was old school 6'6", 240 dude playing baseball.
Oh wow!
You remember that?
I remember that.
Dave Winfield's a big dude, and he was like one of these guys. Well, he could have played forward in the NBA, could have played tight end in the NFL, or he could have played baseball. In which case, why not just be the biggest guy playing baseball rather than a regular sized guy playing football in the NBA? But Dave was playing. And the little girl from The Bachelor was pitching, the first season of Bachelor. So like a little blonde, petite, I can't remember her name, but season 1 of The Bachelor is a little petite, little blonde, and married a fireman in Colorado, as I recall. And we're going to the game, and I remember saying to Jimmy, I go, man, if Dave Winfield really connects with one,
crushes one,
and does a fucking comebacker to the mound, he's going to fucking kill her. He's going to kill her. And then Jimmy, this is, I would say this is indicative of my entire life arguing with Jimmy. I have the word Blue Jays written on my screen, but Dave Winfield was a Yankee. May have ended up on the Blue Jays. I don't think so, but I don't know why it says Blue Jays on my screen. But anyway, why does it say Blue Jays on my screen? or don't just write Blue Jays is what I'm saying.
He won the series with the Blue Jays.
All right, but I don't. If it just says the word Blue Jays, I just don't know. But they won the World Series. Dave Winfield was with the Yankees when they won the World Series against the Blue Jays. Okay. Again, I could have known that, but I don't. So I go, well, he's going to be connected and he's going to kill her. And then Jimmy says, these jocks, they're just having fun. They just choke up on the bat. I go, there's 30,000 people in that stadium.
Yeah, hi.
And when that ball coming in, I think they're trying to
takes
fucking,
over,
trying to crush that ball.
It's like having to do celebrity boxing. I'm going to...
Yeah, right. And I was like, I mean, what was the dimensions of Dave Winfield back in the day? I mean, Aaron knows Aaron Judge and stuff, but he was like Aaron Judge 30 years before Aaron Judge was playing. I mean, he was the biggest, baddest dude. He played, looked like an NFL tight end. I said, he's gonna kill that woman. He's gonna choke up and take a fun swing, poke at it or whatever. I said, okay. I was playing left field. Dave Winfield comes up to bat. I'm just standing there in left field. He crushes a ball. You know when they crush it so hard you don't even move as an outfielder? You just literally you don't even move. I just looked up and just into the night, just whistled as it went past me. And I was like, oh, he ain't swinging? Then 6'6", 220. That was his fucking rookie season. Probably 6'6", 240 by the time he got out of the league.
Yeah.
That's a big baseball dude. And then Jim McMahon. We're in Chicago, and he's Jim McMahon of the Bears, And I'm playing left field, and he gets up there, and he attempts to crush one, but he gets under it just a little bit. And I'm playing left field, and it's drifting toward the stands. But I can it's not in play. It's a foul ball, but it's way up into the night sky with the lights on and everything.
Yeah.
And I was like drifting over there, and everybody in the bleachers, everyone in the foul station there, the seats down there, all fucking yelling at me the entire time that ball's in the air. Don't miss it, Adam. And I realized, I played 1,000 softball games, but I never had a wall of people screaming at me while I was going to take a ball away from their beloved Jim McMahon, which I did. I could play. So I caught that ball. Let's see. Trista. That's the first bet. Little blonde girl. Yeah. It was like the only time... It's like the only time a reality TV thing actually worked out. I think she married the dude. The dude was a fireman. They lived in Colorado.
Season 1.
The one
last time it worked out.
The one that worked out. Winfield was a 12-time All-Star, by the way. So he had some pop. And a little pop in that bat.
And luckily Trista was not decapitated.
All right. Yeah, but he would have killed her. Yeah. What else we got? They're still married. She was the first bachelor.
That's great. That's
it's been
beautiful.
22 years. She's the only story, and maybe it's not a coincidence. Maybe it's that now they're all sort of camera-hungry whores who are just doing it to get camera time. Like, it's attracting a new breed, you know?
that's what happens
I
naturally.
think she did it sort of normally. Like, hey, there's this
When a
show.
show starts to get popular again, because Bully Beatdown Season 1 was just like a regular, nobody knew, but by 2, 3, everybody was really putting on a face.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I watched the phenomenon unfold. Yeah.
You were there.
Yeah. Well, speaking of killing, there's a New England serial killer feared stoked by a 13th body found in a small town. Yeah.
13.
Yes, the body of Adriana Suazo, 21, was found by a passerby on June 13 in the woods of Milton, Massachusetts, a suburb 8 miles outside of Boston. But these bodies have been piling up all around that area.
Do we all have the same super sad? I have 3 now sad serial killer thoughts.
All right.
One is, whoever gets killed by the serial killer, I'm always like, well, what were they up to? You know what I mean? Like a little bit of, well, he's focusing on prostitutes or runaways or something.
I had the same thought, so I tried to look in, but there's not a lot of reporting on this yet. The women range in a lot of different ages. That was the thing that shocked me. I had that same thought. Maybe he was picking up. Well, the other thing is,
it's still a horrible thought any way you look at it.
I know.
No one's supposed supposed to die, whether they're hitchhiking or prostitutes or hanging out at truck stops. But I know. You try to quell it a little.
So, this is the youngest one, I guess, the 35-year-old Paige Fannin. There's another 58-year-old Susan Wormser, Denise Leary, 59, and then 56-year-old Michelle Romano. There's
random.
There's random ages, and it's not sure how these all are connected exactly yet. So
the other sad thought I have is times are so weird right now with like what's going on in the Middle East and what's going on here and all that kind of stuff, that serial killer sounds sort of quaint. Like it almost sounds like my childhood, I used to think that way about pickpockets. When serial killers were running around, I was going, remember they had pickpockets and that was a thing? And then now it sounds so quaint.
It's a bygone era. Now with the proliferation of cameras, DNA evidence, it's a whole different ballgame now. It's harder to be a serial killer these days. I'll tell you, it's hard out there.
I still look at it as like almost a throwback crime.
Completely, yeah. They say that the most are usually truck drivers. That's
truck,
like the
because
latest.
They cover a lot of ground.
Exactly right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Speaking of the Middle East, Israel intercepts a Gaza-bound aid ship detaining Greta Thunberg and other prominent activists.
My thing with the Greta Thunbergs of the world. Also, I'll say something else that sounds bizarre, but it's funny when you can see women at an age. When I first saw Greta Thunberg, she was like 16.
Yeah.
It's like, she could go one of two directions in the looks department. Do you guys know what I'm talking about when you see a woman like at a transitional age? It's not 35. It's like 15 or 16. You go, she could be a fucking hot model when she's 20. Or she might go the other direction.
Frumpy cat lady.
Right, but it's kind of my first look at her, I was like, she could go one of two directions. I think she kind of went the sad direction. She didn't go the bikini model direction.
She looks like Raggedy Ann.
Right, but so be it. Now, here's the thing about Greta Thunberg, and I would say this about all of those people. I'd be this way with all of them, and then I would believe them and not fucking hate their guts. If I said to them, look, so where are you on climate? Well, I'm a climate activist. I believe in it I believe that the carbon release and the fossil fuels and whatever, and then I went, oh, okay, so you're for nuclear power then, right? No, I'm totally against it.
All right, then
okay. And then where do you come down on Israel and Palestine? Well, of course, I'm with Palestine because Israel's, conducting ethnic cleansing. Okay. And then COVID. You like the lockdowns and the mandatory? Yeah. Big fan of Fauci? Yeah. And you're an expert on, what, ivermectin doesn't work? Yeah. No. And no one's illegal? Right. And the border? Okay. And tax the rich? Okay. Wait a minute. I thought you were a climate activist. Why do I know where you come down on every motherfucking story? How come everyone knew if someone said Greta Thunberg? Yeah, she's a climate activist. Yeah, what's that have to do with Israel? And what's that have to do with Palestine? Zero. Okay. How do we all know where you're going to come down on this? Because you guys come down on the exact same place on the wrong side of every fucking story. That's the side you're on.
Yeah, it looks like she's branching out.
I don't even know if you know what you're doing at this point, is what I'm saying.
Well, I think that they were attempting to deliver aid to Gaza, where after more than 600 days of war, an 11-week Israeli blockade of all aid has pushed the enclave's 2.1 million people deeper into a hunger crisis.
And she was going to bring some
She's going to bring some snacks
over there?
I believe so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And she's going to film herself doing it the whole time?
That's the whole deal. They also, I know if you guys got the footage of her giving like a pre-released tape, if she does get captured, which she did, detained, I should say. She pre-released I don't know, some type of hostage video for herself.
We should here's the video I would watch over the hostage video.
Yeah, okay.
I would watch Greta Thunberg's dad on 3 beers. And I just go, what do you think you're doing? He goes, that little bitch, fuck her. She's embarrassing the good name of Thunberg. She probably fucking hates it.
Solid accent.
Solid Mr. Tudball accent. Yeah, that little bitch ain't fit to tie my shoes. Now give me another Jarlsberg. Grolsch. Give me another Grolsch. I don't know. Was Grolsch the beer, Dawson, that had the resealable top?
I believe so, yes. The one with the
I like where your head's at, but I've never cracked a beer, got halfway into it, and went, you know what? I think I hit my limit.
Well, as far as I remember, Grolsch wasn't easy going down, so you may have to take a break in between.
I've never had a beer where I was like, this is too much beer for this guy.
Well, you never had a Grolsch where you had to brush your teeth mid-beer.
Yeah. Yeah, Grolsch. Yeah. Not around anymore, that Grolsch, right? Those weird bottle seals with that weird coat hanger bend and the snap thing. Those things must have been around from pirate days.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
To like 1977 and now gone.
Yeah.
You can still get Grolsch beer.
I can? Okay. Let's get a case of Grolsch going. All right, let's hear what Greta has to say. How dare you? How dare you?
I am from Sweden. My name is Greta Thunberg and I am from Sweden. If you see this video, we have been intercepted and kidnapped in international waters by the Israeli occupational forces or forces that support Israel. I urge all my friends, family and comrades to put pressure on the Swedish government to release me and the others as soon as possible.
Okay.
All right.
How'd she say her last name?
Thunberg.
See if you can find Mr. Tudball from the Carol Burnett show. I think we'll get a feel for Greta's dad.
What about the Swedish chef from Muppets?
You need Mr. I think Mr. Tudball.
Yeah.
Who? All right, I'll tell you that. But let me hear her last name one more time.
My name is Greta Thunberg and I...
So she's not even close to Greta either, right? Her Greta isn't a Greta. Let's see.
My name is Greta Thunberg and I'm from Sweden.
Greta Thunberg.
It's not Greta. It's
Greta Thunberg.
Wordy goody douchey.
Mr. Tudball is from Carol Burnett. Yeah.
I remember this. Yeah.
You remember Mr.
Vaguely,
Tudball?
Yeah, vaguely.
Let's see if Mr. Tudball is here. Let's see if
you ain't the god. Well, I'm afraid that you'd have to take more than 150 words a minute there on the shorthand, because I talk so rapidly. That's why you'd have to do that. I'm sorry.
That's Greta Thunberg's dad, but that's also Tim Conway.
Boy, am I sorry.
All right, got a little Tudball. I don't know. Is he? Who's Mr. Tudball supposed to be then? All right. We got one more story there?
Yeah, we definitely do. Hey, Mel Gibson begins the mammoth task of rebuilding his $14.5 million Malibu mansion after it was destroyed by the wildfires.
I got to tell you, I toured that whole place the other day just on my own. I just went down there over the weekend because the PCH is back open and blah, blah, blah. There's no building. Man, there is
Nothing?
Zero.
Really?
No.
What?
Not even close.
It's been forever. Not one concrete truck, nothing.
There is... Many of the lots have been cleared. It's been 5 months, right? Yeah. Right at 5 months. Many of the lots have been cleared. Not every lot has been cleared, but many of the lots have been cleared. Up on my hill, the stuff's hanging off the side of the hill. They got the long reach arm excavator to get out there, pulled out. Stuff's cleared. Stuff's cleared on PCH. Stuff is still not cleared, but stuff is cleared but there is 0.0 building. There is no fucking plywood. There's no 2x4s. I mean, I know what a job site looks like when they're building. I mean, I don't want to that sounds stupid, but what I'm saying is like when you start a job, traditionally, if you're doing a build, the first thing you get is a lumber drop. And the lumber drop, it's kind of interesting. You guys may not know how this works. I don't know. But you call up Terry Lumber or Anawalt Lumber or whatever it is, and you go, we need 100 10-foot 2x6s and 5 glulam beams 4x14 and 25 sheets of plywood and 150 2x4s or whatever. And it shows up on a flatbed truck. You've seen them driving around. And they don't unload the truck.
Just leave
stick by
it.
stick. They do a drop.
Yeah.
Okay. The thing tilts back. It tilts back, and they pull forward, and you put some kickers on the ground so it doesn't sit in the wet.
Yeah.
You know, you take some scrap 4x4 and put it down so it sits up off the ground. The guy pulls it back and just pulls forward. It's called a drop. It's a lumber drop.
I didn't...
And it's bound together by that great metal band, that weird black thin metal band. You got to cut it with the tin snips, and then it pops open.
Yeah.
And now you got enough lumber for the next 3 months. You can build away with what you got. I've not seen a lumber drop on any property. I've not seen any new foundation or concrete stuff. I mean, there's the existing stuff which is burnt out. I know what new concrete looks like, or new forms. You have to form it. You have to excavate, you have to form, you have to pour the concrete, you have to put the rebar. There is nothing.
And this is in Malibu, California, where you got all the money in the world to do this.
There is nothing. There's zero building that I could see driving the full length of Malibu. I did not go crawl up in the hills of the Palisades, but I'm telling you, 5 months on, I'm seeing almost zero. I'm seeing zero building. I understand there's a picture of a house that's being built.
Well, this is the burnt out raised foundation of Mel Gibson's house. Apparently, they are doing some type of building here, but it's not major. Yeah.
No, what they did is they cleared it out.
Yeah.
And then what the Army Corps of Engineers does is they clear it out, and then they put those bales of like the net stocking of hay and whatever to stop runoff and erosion, and then they spray the top of the soil with what you're looking at, that green stuff. That's sprayed on to stop it from eroding when it rains.
Oh, I see.
So the Army Corps puts the I don't know what, picture a round pillow that's 50 feet long around the thing with the hay in it to get the water. They put a stake in it. Then they spray this aqua whatever on there to stop the shit from liquefying and running off. And then they oftentimes put a fence around it too. And I saw all that, but I saw zero building, and I saw no cement trucks and no lumber trucks, and no should be seeing caisson rigs up the wazoo. You should be seeing those big giant auger bit trucks that are drilling caissons. Didn't see any of those, just dump trucks.
Yeah, well,
so all they're doing is pulling shit out.
You should know this, that by the end of March, only four permits have been approved for homeowners wanting to rebuild. A number that was quickly criticized by local leaders, despite Mayor Karen Bass hailing it as a major milestone in the city's recovery.
Yeah, Karen Bass has no fucking idea what she's doing. She's in way over her head. She doesn't build stuff. She tears stuff down. She destroys shit. She burns shit. She doesn't build. She doesn't know how to build. So she has no idea what's going on. She doesn't know if it's good or bad, and she doesn't really care. I don't think at the end of the day any city officials really give a shit. I don't know. The screen says turbo mulch, but it's the green stuff that's sprayed on. But when we met with our Army Corps of Engineers guys, I don't think he called it turbo.
Well,
mulch.
that sounds like a brand name, and this guy used generic.
Yeah. But either way, Mel's got his compound up there. I thought Mel had a church up there too, but I don't know. I'm not sure where it went. You have You have a Greta Thunberg mashup?
Yeah, we never use this for some
never
reason,
used-
but I know it just
All right.
got heated, and it's nice if we can calm down with one of these every now and then.
Okay. Peace, Dawson.
Just reminded me, I used to date a Swedish nanny with the wonky eye.
Oh, really?
I should call her.
Yeah, I think you should reinvestigate that.
Yeah. How we got there, I don't know.
She's in.
She said, "How dare you?" And I remember that phrase.
I am so enamored with people who get indignant, especially about themselves. It's weird. Like, I don't even know when people, like, sometimes I've said to people, like, hey, you want to go do this or do that? And they go, no, I'm not going to do that. I wouldn't do that. And I go, wow, I can't believe you just said that. Like, it's weird when people go, I'm not doing that. I would say to people, like, I prefer to do this or I don't want to do that, but I've never gone, I'm not going. I'm not doing that. Like, even that's like too much, but how dare you? Like, at 16? When I was 16, I was like, I don't know, whatever you want. Well, you're the boss. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Righteous indignation.
Oh, man. Yeah, she's a delight. But all the, whether it's her or fucking Al Gore or whomever, does any of this ever come true under their watch? Where is it? And why doesn't that bother them? John Edwards or whoever. It's like it never comes to fruition.
Wait, what you mean?
Okay, we're talking about Malibu, right?
Yeah.
They're talking about the sea rising for the last 40 years. If you go to one of the burnt out houses that's along PCH, it goes along the ocean. The ocean's the exact same place as it was on that pylon that's in the fucking dirt and the sand in front as it was in 1951 when they sunk it in there. So what's going on? Like, we're going to be consumed by the ocean, but this house was built in 1949.
In that mashup, you may have heard Greta say in 8 years.
Yeah, right.
She made that speech 8 years ago.
There you go. Well, there you go, Greta. But anyway, you're off to the next catastrophe. All right. I'm going to be in Salt Lake City doing a bunch of shows this weekend, Friday and Saturday. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. Wise Guys, come on out. The gang's going to all be there, and we'll say hi. Go to adamcarolla.com for all the live shows. Be in Vegas at Kimmel's Club on the 19th, doing a couple of shows as well. Mayhem, anything to plug for you?
Oh, man, mayhemnow.com. You can buy a sweet shirt. I got one for you, Ace. Don't worry.
Ooh, I was worried for a minute. So, till next time, Adam, Greta, for Mayhem, Sam, Mahalo.
Hey, Ace, man. If you're going to spin the wheel of Avril Lavigne and Admiral Lavigne, you might as well add Adam Levine on there. Fuck, I'd rather spin the wheel between Adam Levine than Admiral Levine any day, man. So, yeah, get it on.
You can leave us a message at 888-634-1744.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point. You gotta be miserable if you lose. I'm going to miss Admiral Levine. I have no idea. What half these fucking retarded freak shows that were in the last administration, like, where do they go now? The circus? Like, what do you do? Just go to Wall Street and get a job at
MSNBC.
I guess you go to MSNBC. Just go somewhere you can lie. You can keep lying or something. I don't know. Where do all these fucking feckless losers go?
Nonprofits.
Grindr.
All right. Grindr. All right. And who was the one? Wait a minute. We had Admiral Levine and Avril Lavigne, and then
Adam Levine, the singer of Maroon 5.
I understand that part.
Yeah.
No, we have another
Katy
one.
Perry and Katy Porter.
Yeah, Katy Perry and Katy Porter. Yeah, there you go.
Sentence.
There.
That's a tough wheel.
I'll roll it. I'll roll them dice.
All right. Well. All right, what do you got there?
Oh, but look, in recent months, 3 Democratic governors have announced initiatives geared towards helping boys and men.
Yeah.
Democratic governors, including Wes Moore, Maryland, Connecticut Governor Ned Lamont, and Gretchen Whitmer of Michigan, are increasingly focusing on addressing challenges faced by boys and men, a demographic that has shown a notable shift towards Republican candidates in recent elections.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trend...
it's interesting. Now the Democrats have to pretend to give a shit about young dudes.
Well,
some of them could even be white.
Governor Whitmer has pledged to sign an
That
executive
fucking
order.
retarded cow.
Yeah.
She went fucking nuts. By the way, wasn't she kidnapped? What about the kidnap plot? She plotted a kidnap. Yeah, the FBI plotted a fucking kidnapping. It's that fucking cow locked everyone down and then went boating. She was locking down gardening sections of hardware stores during COVID. Listen, anybody who snapped into action and put their fucking boot on everyone's neck during COVID, fuck right off. Fuck off. It was a dry run. It was a dry run. Newsom, Whitmer, all the over-officious folks who snapped into action and said, how much can I oppress the folks I rule over? You all should be out. Because you shut beaches, you shut the fucking lake, you shut the boats, you shut the hardware stores. It's like, okay, now I know who you are. Now I know exactly who you are.
Yeah.
And I want nothing to do with you because I like freedom because I live in America. So she's fucking horrible. But anyway, they all have to pretend to give a shit about young dudes now because they're losing their demo. They were the enemy. Young white dudes were always the enemy, or heterosexual dudes, or whatever, and now they're losing their constituency, so now they have to pretend to give a fuck.
She signed an executive order aimed at increasing young men's enrollment in education and skill training programs. So, they're doing some catch-up right now.
Yeah. Okay. Perhaps you shouldn't have waged war on them for the last 15 years, you fucking retards. That would have been nice.
We got a clip of Ned
Gillette,
Lamont.
toxic masculinity and all you assholes.
Your Connecticut governor trying to...
By the way, just let me say this. Let me just say this. Please listen to me, everyone. I toured the sites of Altadena and the Palisades and Malibu. There's a whole bunch of people with dicks and balls who are fucking driving excavators and trucks and operating all the heavy equipment. All the fucking people you hate, all the people who didn't go to college, all the guys with the cocks and the balls, all the guys who don't give you their pronouns. That place is being completely rebuilt by just them.
Yeah.
Nobody who looks like you. Nobody uses pronouns. No he, she's. None of your fucking freak shows. None of your Admiral Levines. Nobody looks like that. It's just a bunch of fucking dudes who go by he and him, bitch. So let's not run them out of society. The reason we shouldn't run those guys out of society is because every once in a while, shit's gonna burn. And then you need dudes to rebuild it. You understand? Not you fairies, dudes. Not your fucking pals, real dudes. The dudes you don't like, every once in a while, shit's going to burn down, and you need someone to come in there and clean up the mess and then rebuild it, or war's going to break out, or a fucking bridge needs to be rebuilt, and guess who we need? Dudes.
Yeah.
Not your fucking LGBT community buddies. Dudes. Not your fucking Black Lives Matter fat bitches. Dudes. You understand? So stop fucking waging a war on dudes, because every once in a while you may need one.
Absolutely.
Because every once in a while you may need to get shit done. Oh, God damn. We didn't have mail. What's right? I didn't see any chicks. I didn't see anyone who looked like Admiral Levine. I just saw dudes. That's all I saw. Working all the fucking equipment, doing all the heavy lifting, and doing all the fucking work. Sorry.
We got a clip about this.
It's a clip.
All right. I got a DEI initiative, which maybe folks on both sides of the aisle might appreciate. I want to do outreach to get more men into teaching.
Dude.
Look, what do you say, Doug? More men into teaching. Look, statistically, it's the boys who are the most likely to be disconnected youth. And a few more male mentors in the classroom and in the playing field as a coach just might help. What say you, Education Committee?
All right.
Well, yeah. I mean, just saying what we already know.
Yeah, everything in the stupid Gillette toxic masculinity commercial. Oh God, when when the corporations jump on board too. It's always I don't know. This is an old story for me. I'm just telling everyone to fuck off for a minute. We need shop class. We need dudes. I'm not going to fucking apologize for knowing how to build shit, and you need people to know how to build shit, not your fucking process people sit around and have all your theories about everything. You need fucking people to work every once in a while. Those are dudes. So do not declare war on guys just because they didn't go to college and they don't talk the right way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Totally. Moving on, Sotheby's to auction the original E.T. model used in Spielberg's 1982 sci-fi classic.
Oh.
Check it out.
There's got to be.
Behold.
You know, none of this existed back in the day. Memorabilia.
Yeah.
They didn't care.
Really? Not in the 70s, like nobody wanted some fit, like a Ronald Reagan original. You know what I mean?
You could do. Look, you had Dorothy's ruby slippers.
Baseball cards.
They had baseball cards, yeah, but this kind of stuff, I guarantee when this movie ended, everyone just walked off the set and they left fiberglass ET sitting in the corner, and then some teamster picked it up, said, "What do you want with this?" And someone said, "I don't know, put it over there." And I swear to God, there's always a story where at some point, some point we went, "Somebody give me $75 for this thing," and everyone's like, "I'm good." and they left, and now it's going to be $1 million.
Yeah, it's going to be. It's one of 3 made for the movie. It's expected to fetch between $600,000 and $900,000, which probably means more than $1 million.
I think it's
right?
This shit. First off, nerds are the rich ones now.
Oh, yeah.
It used to be dudes were rich. Now nerds are rich. Nerds, the techie bros.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those guys, and they're all fucking nerds, and they want all this shit. They love all this stuff, all the anything Star Warsy or anything, any Darth Vader's helmet or whatever. I mean, that shit to those guys. You got more money.
This auction it's at is called These Are Such Things 20th Century Horror, Science Fiction, and Fantasy on Screen.
When's it going off?
It is on March 21st and concludes on April the 3rd.
Oh, it's an online thing.
It is. And
so it started already.
Exactly. And the other iconic films, Wizard of Oz, Total Recall, Blade Runner, Labyrinth, and Jurassic Park. They're featuring all items from costumes, props, and posters.
There's really nothing we won't buy, right? Like we'll do porn star panties.
Yep.
We'll do chicks who fart in a mason jar. We'll do E.T.
I want the third tit from Total Recall.
They'll do the third tit. They'll do the Batmobile. Like there's just nothing. There's nothing we won't buy.
No.
Right?
I want one of those Ford Explorers from Jurassic Park.
Oh.
Yeah. Just roll that up
a
to
few
the
of
studio.
those. Yeah. Yeah, they, I don't know. Is the bidding, Dawson, you're going to have to check. Is the bidding started already? Is it online? Is it up to a certain number now? And also, you got to understand, yeah, you're right. They don't make one. They make 3.
Yeah.
You know, they make the hero one and then the one for this. And there's the one that gets blown up. You know, they have backups of everything. Now, does this thing move or do anything?
Yeah, I don't believe it's animatronic. It didn't say in the article but it's just a model, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Stand in. It just exactly what you see. That's what it is. So he's just looks kind of forlorn or confused. Maybe.
You know, it's funny. All the guys that do all the stuff, there's the gun collectors, then there's the watch collectors, then there's the E.T. Star Wars nerds collectors, then there's the car collectors, then there's the sneakerheads, and they all make fun of each other.
You're right.
The fucking gun guys are I like to shoot those fucking sneaker pussies. What the fuck? Look at those guys. They got a fucking closet full of fucking Air Jordans they're never going to wear. They all make fun of each other, except they're all the same dude.
You're right.
They're all the same guy. You get watches, he gets sneakers, you get ET. But the car guys, we're the real dudes. Car guys are real. Does it say, Dawson? Is it up to something?
Opening bid will be $500,000.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's the opening bid. All right. All right.
A city employee accused of planting a noose at her own desk is getting charged with staging a hate crime.
Can I say this? Where we just Forget about all the fake bullshit where people, somebody wrote something on some black kid's dorm room door or something. Where are we just in the noose department? Hasn't every noose-related story been bullshit?
Yes.
It's every Bubba Wallace had a... Well, first things first. Can I say... like the great Sigmund Freud said, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar.
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes a loop in a string is just a loop. It's not for someone to grab and pull a garage door down. It's not all a noose.
It was Jussie Smollett, Bubba Wallace, and the exercise equipment in Oakland, California.
Yes. Right. They're still looking into that. Yes. Yeah. That's right. Yes. Everything's a hate crime. Everything's a hate crime, except for there's not enough actual hate to go around. So they have to manufacture it. Okay.
So, police determined that Brown's DNA matched DNA found on the noose. So she tied the noose herself and placed it on her desk. There she is.
Well, look, if somebody says to you, look, when you say to a kid, when you skin your knee and you're down on the ground and you're crying and you're 6 years old, when you say that to a kid, and mom will come and hug you and tell you it's okay and ask you if you want some ice cream. I want some ice cream? And you tears coming down and she's like, let me take care of you. And she'd take care of you. At some point, you kind of learn, hey, not too bad. I think I should fucking hold my knee and fall on the ground as much as I can because I'll get some free ice cream and some attention on it. If you just tell black people you're not wanted and everyone's attacking you, but if something actually happens, everyone's going to rally around you and build you up, and then you're going to have a press conference, and then we can talk about how strong you are emotionally, being able to overcome these things. Well, yeah, a lot of these fucking idiots are going to do it. Why wouldn't you do it? We're beckoning them to do it. We're setting the table for them to do it. And so, of course, they're doing it. Why wouldn't they do it?
You know what step one should be in all these investigations? The person reporting the noose crime, just check their Google history and see if it says somewhere, how do you tie a noose?
That's right.
I don't know how to do. If I had to tie, I don't know. I don't think anybody does. You got to look that shit up on YouTube.
I'm from the South. I'll show you.
Okay.
I couldn't even do a Windsor.
No, I mean,
overhand knot.
Yeah. Can we be at the point now where we just assume it's a hoax until otherwise notified?
Everybody's
normal people can, but no, they're going to double, triple this. It's not going to happen.
How many times do you think that people got away with this and didn't get Smollett?
Well, what ends up happening, here's what ends up happening. Like, there was a great story out of a college where and you can look for it, Dawson. I'm closing my eyes because I'm trying to remember. There was a college, maybe in the South, and they closed the cafeteria. They said the cafeteria is closed. And some black, maybe exchange student even from Africa or something, but a black student walked into the closed cafeteria and then sat down and started eating. And then the white custodian or the cafeteria worker guy came around and went, hey, you can't be in here. We're closed. So you got to see yourself out. And then she saw herself out, and then she cried racism. And then the first thing that's insane is they immediately snap into action. They go, all right, well, we got to fire the custodian. The security guy pulled her out of the cafeteria that was closed. We got to fire him, so let's get rid of him. So they fire him, and it's always like, well, wouldn't you want to hear his story, or we just fire him? So then they fire him. Then it's all over the news. Then she gets interviewed, and then she's holding back the tears during the interview, and then dumb shits like my mom go, you see what kind of nation we're living in? Do you see what this is? It's still going on today. And then 6 months later, there's a small little blurb that it never really happened. And the guy that got fired gets his job back and with severance. But CNN's done with the story by then.
Yeah.
And that's how it works. What was that story?
Smith College, July 2018. She was sitting in an area of the cafeteria that was closed. A cafeteria worker in his 60s with poor vision noticed a figure in the distance eating in a closed-off area of the dorm. The janitor.
By the way, they're getting janitors fired.
Yeah, they fired him. I'm trying to figure out what happened.
They fired the guy who came around and went, "Hey, person,
it's closed.
It's closed. A person of any color, it's closed, but who happens to be black and has a grievance." And now, and who knows if this bitch is brainwashed or whatever it is. There's tape of her, Dawson, like doing an interview and crying. Yeah, that's the other part I like too. It's like, I wish I was that good an actress where I got to go fucking sit in some closed off area, eat a ham sandwich, and then, God save you if you try to ask me to leave, because I'll shut this fucking college down, man.
Video from the New York Post is unavailable for this one. But yeah, she said, all I did was be black.
That's and sit in a restricted area.
Yeah.
What's up? While being black in 2008. And by the way, on a college campus in 2018, do you really half the people are gay, the other half are black, and there's like 2% Asian? Is really who is this? You think it's a Klan college? Ooh, write that down. There's a Klan college.
It's Smith College.
Smith College, the exotically named. Yeah. And
I believe isn't that a women's college?
I think
it is.
at some point, by the way, they fire the janitors, probably just some Mexican dude who makes $40,000 a year. Now they get rid of him immediately. No fucking due process. And then at some point they have to like reinstate him, and they end up getting sued, because I would sue too if I was the janitor who got up and told the chick the cafeteria was closed.
Doing your job.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, did she have a good name, Dawson? I can't remember if she had a good name or not. But anyway, those are the times.
Well, this lady in Allentown is
Umu Kanutue.
Umu Kanutue.
Umu Kanute.
Oh,
I knew she had a good name.
Well, this girl with the noose is a Latarsha Brown.
Latarsha. Oh, come on. That's too close to retarda. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, we got the vid of her.
Oh, here we go.
This person comes here, maybe from another country, eats in the wrong place, and has some probably Hispanic guy tell her to leave because it's a restricted. I don't know. Don't you feel like your whole... don't you feel like your half of your adult life you've gone places and people go, I'm sorry, this exhibit's closed, or this thing's closed, or you got to come back tomorrow, we don't open till 5. Like, how many times, Doss, you been to a fucking hotel or a party or something, a wedding or something, you walk up to the bar and you go, give me a Bud Light, and they go, not
another 5 minutes.
We got another. I've done it where it's like, what time is it? Well, we open at 5. What time is it? 4:58 and 41 seconds. I'm like, how about you start getting the Bud Light? We don't start serving. Give me a scenario where that Bud Light hits my hand at 4:59 and 21 seconds where you get fired in this empty bar in this empty lobby of this empty hotel. Is there a part? And the person will stand there. 2:40. Okay, you got 32 and a half seconds. Right? Okay. You could just pour the beer. Okay. All right. I don't get to cry discrimination. All right. This is the person that went and sat in the cafeteria where she wasn't supposed to be in the cafeteria, and then was just asked to leave. She wasn't pepper sprayed. They didn't let a police dog go on her, but here she is. Sorry.
And that's just not fair. This shouldn't happen to anyone at all.
Amu Kanute is a rising sophomore at Smith College and works here this summer teaching chemistry to high schoolers for Smith's STEM program. She was reading in the dining hall of the Tyler House dorm here Tuesday.
Next thing you know, I see the cop walk in with a Smith employee whom I've never seen before. And the man asked me, we were wondering why you're here.
She says police told her an employee had called about a suspicious black man. She recorded video with her phone.
How are you?
Wondering why you were here.
Oh, I was eating lunch. I'm working the summer program.
Adding her own text on Instagram with a post that's prompted outrage from supporters.
It just still upsets me to just talk about it, because I don't even...
A guy goes, wondering why you're here. Not, get on the ground, Blackie. Like, it's she's in an area she's not supposed to be, so someone is telling her you got to leave. But all right.
Prompted outrage from supporters.
It just still upsets me to just talk about it because I don't even feel safe on my own campus, and I'm away from home. I'm the first in my family to go to college. I'm doing this not only for me, but for my family, for my ancestors.
Smith's president sent a statement apologizing and assuring the student that she belongs in all Smith's spaces.
God, this is, hold on. This is what created these fucking broken toys. We broke them because this guy, he should have said, hey, bitch, get your shit together and eat your sandwich somewhere else. But they got to make a statement and they have to apologize. And they have to talk about what a painful incident this is. It reminds us of a legacy of racism. Let me read the president's statement. Oh, President Kathleen McCartney.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. She belongs at Smith College. And she belongs in all Smith College spaces. So there are no areas that are... So if she wants to go into the kitchen and make herself a sandwich in the cafeteria, she could do that. She could walk into the boys' room. She could join a basketball game on Saturday, I guess. Just run out there. I mean, part of the... She could run out there, if Smith has a football team or they're doing a gymnastics event, she could jump on those parallel bars because there are no spaces that she's not allowed at.
She gets to access everybody's dorm room.
She could sleep in anyone's dorm room. Oh, what are the hours for the library? Oh, it's
24/7.
Well, for this bitch, for you, and it closes at 5 p.m. Right. But she can walk in drunk at 2 a.m. because that's a space that she can. Oh, speaking of spaces, park where you want.
I like how she doesn't like what the cafeteria is serving. She just hop the counter and get a brick of cheese out of the fridge.
Yeah. It's all spaces are open to her. This painful incident reminds us of the ongoing legacy. I like that, ongoing legacy. I feel like it's either a legacy or it's ongoing. I don't know if it's a ongoing legacy, but all right. You had us with legacy of racism, but there's an ongoing legacy of racism. Oh, by the way, who's keeping the legacy of racism alive, bitch? Maybe it's Kathleen McCartney from Smith College. Maybe you guys are the keepers of the flame for racism legacy, because that's all you fuckers talk about. But there's an ongoing legacy of racism and the bias in which people of color are targeted while simply going about their business. Of their daily lives. So you just walk around Smith College and you're being targeted.
Now bring it on home. Here's the good part.
Building an inclusive, diverse, and sustainable community is urgent and ongoing work. And if somebody said to me, why did Kamala Harris lose the election? I'd go, read this statement. Read this. Okay, that's why she lost. Because people got a fucking impacted ass full of this. It's a fucking ass full of this shit.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ, bitch. You sat in the cafeteria. Somebody wanted to know what you're doing there. And that's it. And I feel bad for her because she's broken. Bitches like Kathleen McCartney, president of Smith College, broke her. We broke you. What you needed is someone to go, hey, this ain't a racist place. Now to go fucking read your book somewhere else and get going. That's what we need. Not fire the janitor and apologize. Ugh. All right, Mayhem. I'm disgusted now. I'm done.
Sorry, bud.
Oh, you got me fucking going. All right. Gino Vanelli, man. That was an interesting conversation.
That was so cool.
The Life I Got's the name of the album. Out as we speak. Michael Rosenbaum, that was interesting too. Inside, living inside of you with Michael Rosenbaum. I'm going to be in San Diego doing stand-up April 11th and 12th at the American Comedy Club. And then I'm all over the place. Just go to adamcarolla.com for that. Until next time, Adam Carolla for Michael Rosenbaum and Gino Vanelli and Mayhem saying mahalo.
Hey, Stephen Van Meter here, calling from Arizona. Hey, I'm not a fan of the WNBA. I'm holding out for women's NFL. When will we see a full contact tackle football women's league? And if not, why not? Thanks. I'll listen for my answer on the air. Bye.
You can leave us a message at 888-634-1744.
Adam Hunter's in studio. No Directions, the name of his stand-up album. Available Spotify and Apple Music, wherever you find finer music. Well, on subject, back in the day when I would be watching the Human Stick of Dynamite and the Slide for Life, they had a very short-lived female tackle league. And if you don't believe me, Charlie's Angels had an episode where they became football players. And only just to get them in the locker room, basically with the towel, and they'd show them walk in the shower, and the door would shut perfectly right. And see that it was exciting enough to see the towel hit the floor.
They have it now. My friend plays for one.
Oh, they do.
My friend Destiny Yarborough.
I remember.
She was on the podcast.
Yeah,
she's like pretty girl, but she's like just
jacked, beefy girl.
They have it. There's about like 8 cities that have it. Tackle football.
It started in the 70s. They had it
was
for
lingerie football, right? And they really
it's tackle. They have.
We're just talking about regular football.
Yeah, it's regular. Like she fought Gabby Garcia.
I know. The really heavyweight woman fighter that we talked about a while back.
Really?
Yeah, Gabby Garcia.
Did she fight her?
Yeah.
She fought her. What happened to that fight?
She hurt her.
Really good at
she rocked her, but then she lost. But then she got taken down and submitted.
Yeah.
All right, Dawson, before we get into the news, try typing in Daredevil.
Yep.
Blows himself up with dynamite. See
the infield.
Now be prepared, because at some point tomorrow I'm going to turn my phone on and some guy's going to send me a tweet and he's going to go, I typed in human and then I just wrote the S and 5 videos came up of a dude blowing. What the fuck is up?
Jason almost lit up the Ultimate Fighter house.
Oh, really?
Did you set it on fire? Remember when you were coaching?
Sounds familiar.
And then your dog was there?
Oh, no. We were shooting fireworks off everywhere. Yeah, and underneath the balcony below us, a firework caught the cushions on fire and started. And I, with me and a couple other fighters, went out with water balloons and chucked it up at a thing. The dude who lived in that condo underneath came out and we hit him in the face. Kamaru Usman hit him in the face with a water balloon.
Wow, what are you gonna do?
Allegedly.
Wow.
And then he's like, I got it, and like poured out beers on this
Oh,
thing.
really?
Saved the day.
I could hang with that guy.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
All right. News. What do we got?
All right. We've got a surprising twist on the ongoing debate over transgender athletes and women's sports, this time coming from none other than California Governor Gavin Newsom himself. During the debut episode of his brand new podcast, This is Gavin Newsom, which maybe you should get on, Ace. The governor sat down with conservative activist Charlie Kirk and admitted that allowing biological males to compete in women's sports is, in his words, deeply unfair.
Oh, I'm sorry. We must have a clip of that.
So like you right now should come out and be like, you know what? The young man who's about to win the state championship in the long jump in female sports, that shouldn't happen. You as the governor should step out and say no.
No, and I appreciate
but like, would you do something like that? Would you say no men in female sports?
Well, I think it's an issue of fairness. I completely agree with you on that. So that's easy to call out, the unfairness of that. There's also a humility and grace. That these poor people are more likely to commit suicide and anxiety and depression.
That's your fucking
and
line.
the way that
you guys
people
make shit
talk
up
down to
fucking
vulnerable
day.
communities is an issue.
Down. All right, hold on.
I have a hard
Just
time.
fucking blow hard. The way that people
I
talk
heard-
down to the vulnerable, because they don't want fucking cocks and balls hurting girls in sports. That's it. I know you're worried about the way people talk down to vulnerable communities. Who the fuck are the vulnerable communities? Name them. And what are you going to do for them, bitch? So you got to listen to this again, because he does not denounce men competing against women. He does a sort of vague, you're talking about the unfairness. Yeah, it's unfair, but what's unfair? What exactly are you talking about? And Charlie Kirk says to him, why don't you just come out right now and say it? And he goes, it's unfair. But he doesn't say it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then it's like, listen, here's how everyone's full of shit. They go, listen, I'm not anti-Semitic. I have many friends that are Jewish, but you have to understand what's being done to the Palestinians. But it's always you must understand. And now that's what they really think. So watch this again and watch Gavin Newsom give a kind of vague tip of the cap to fairness and then go into the vulnerable community and suicide and people. He talks more about the community being vulnerable and suicide and people talking down to vulnerable communities than he does about sports, women, and dudes. Just watch it again and tell me if this sounds like he's on the side of Charlie Kirk here.
It's like you right now should come out and be like, you know what? The young man who's about to win the state championship in the long jump in female sports, that shouldn't happen. You as the governor should step out and say no.
No, and I appreciate.
But like, would you do something like that? Would you say no men in female sports?
Well, I think it's an issue of fairness. I completely agree with you on that. So that's easy to call out.
Oh, and a pause. By the way, fairness could be, that's a two-way street.
Yeah.
You go, I'm taking hormones, I identify as a woman. It's unfair to me to not to be able to compete on the women's swim team. That's a vague answer, but keep going.
Female sports.
Well, I think it's an issue of fairness. I completely agree with you on that. So that's easy to call out, the unfairness of that. There's also a humility and grace, that these poor people are more likely to commit suicide, have anxiety and depression. And the way that people talk down to vulnerable communities is an issue that I have a hard time with as well. So both things I can hold in my hand.
Right. He said nothing. He says nothing. And no one fucking gives a fuck if you want to tuck or not, douche.
He said,
and yes, you have mental issues because you think you're a fucking chick and you're a dude. Yes.
It's an issue of fairness. That's easy to point out. And yet he doesn't go forward to point it out.
Right.
He actually never says
the whole
it's
premise
unfair.
of him having a podcast now, when all the things he has to do in California, so now everyone's just going to ask him about this one thing, which isn't even the biggest issue in California. But you're 100% correct. He doesn't actually say. He says, "Oh well, it's fairness," and then you could say, "Well, it's not fair if they're competing against." So, there's a lot.
He's
10 different ways.
Governor, and he has enough time to put a podcast. Like what? That's so weird.
Everyone should be a little suspicious when they're like, listen, Democrats, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pretend like we're sane so we can get elected, and then we can do all the shit no one wants. And it's like, why do that? Why are we even fucking elect the people who are just pretending they're sane long enough to get elected, and then they're going to do all the shit they want and we don't want them to do? Why don't we just elect the people that weren't ever going to do it in the first place?
And so many kids are depressed. I mean, the kids are depressed. So all of a sudden, it's like what they were saying. Well, would you rather have, what doctors were saying, would you rather have a dead daughter or a son that's, like they were
By the way,
phrasing it
that's
that way.
bullshit.
Yeah.
But they fucking take statistics, they twist them. By the way, you think, how many people died during the insurrection? 0. How many do they say died? Lots of people died during they fucking lie. All they do is lie. They lie. Hey, my entire life, I've been told about the scourge known as secondhand smoke, which kills 56,000 Americans, except for it kills nobody. Nobody. They lie about shit. It's dangerous. They lied all through COVID. They lie about danger all the time to get you to shut up and do what they want you to do.
In the insurrection, the MSNBC lady, when she saw that kid that had cancer, was like, well, I hope he doesn't grow up one day to have, to commit suicide like the cop that did that.
Yes.
And you're like, you don't even know why that's why that. You're just making up an entire story to fit your narrative.
Oh, they're fucking nuts. Oh, listen. They went from the guy got bludgeoned with a fire extinguisher to the guy was poisoned by bear spray to the guy fell asleep at his desk and died. And they got guys who killed themselves 6 months later who weren't even there.
Count 'em.
That's part of the tally. Shut the fuck up, you liars. We have Captain Dynamite. Dawson found
Daredevil.
How did you find it?
Daredevil blows himself up with dynamite, yielded it a Los Angeles Times article from a long time ago. Then a new search for Captain Dynamite came up with this.
This is why you are where you are.
That's
you
right.
are not giving up.
I'm not giving up this.
Tenacious,
this quest.
they call him.
That's right. Captain Dynamite, who I'm guessing is the guy wearing the captain's hat.
Yeah. Dragged out his own coffin.
He's got a green outfit. How pissed is this guy's wife?
Every day he just blows
It's the
himself
second
up.
base of a AAA game.
It's probably set it up. Oh, wow.
Hell yeah.
That was worth it.
I was worth it.
You were.
Look at Captain Dynamite stumbling around.
Wow.
I like the idea that Captain Dynamite wears a helmet, but not a full face helmet. It's like, come on, that's an extra $80.
Oh, I would wear that jacket though for sure.
Hey.
Oh wow.
Hey, Captain.
He looks like beef jerky.
Did it hurt when it blew?
See, I'm a little bit crazy. He can't hear anything. He
can't hear shit.
Did it hurt your ears when
Yeah, you think? Probably did that on purpose, not to hear his wife.
Captain is meeting the players. He's meeting the fans.
Doing some
Captain. Hey,
Captain Dynamite.
It's so funny that you and Jason linked up because here's what, like you will not let go till we see Captain Dynamite. He's fight GSP and is getting punched in the face and starts laughing.
I didn't even know that happened.
His first UFC fight, GSP was beating the shit out of him, punching him, and he starts
arguing with him.
He starts laughing, and then the announcer Rogan goes, "Oh, Mayhem has retard strength." Like,
really?
Yeah, on the broadcast, he says he has retard strength.
Well, that's worth a dive on the internet. All right,
man, it was a simpler time.
What's our next story?
Next story. Look, let's just jump right into, since everyone's having a hard time. Virginia high school track and field star's attempt to get into first place during a race last week led to an opponent to hit her with a baton, causing head injuries. During the Virginia High School League Class 3 State Indoor Championships at Liberty University, 200-meter relay race took a violent turn. Brookville High School junior Kaylin Tucker was running her leg of the relay, and we have some video here. She was struck in the head by a baton with a competitor from Norcom High School. And really look at yeah,
she did.
Bash. Run that back if you can't. Here we go. Yeah, if you didn't catch it there,
she's still
overhead smash. Yeah, she said the lady who hit her claims the strike was accidental.
There's a clip of it somewhere, but I'm going to ask you if you'll find the clip of her talking.
You know what's sad is that I'm happy this isn't about a trans racer. Like,
I know. It's like,
that's the first thing I thought of when this happened. It was
exactly.
one.
Yeah, it's just blacks beating the shit out of each other. We're back, everybody. To a simpler time. America our grandparents grew up in.
God.
All right, there's a couple things I'm going to ask you, Andrew, to look for. I liked this tweet that had her, and I liked a tweet yesterday, I think, of a woman who it's the 60th year of the Pettus Bridge crossing in Selma, Alabama.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, 60 years of civil rights stuff. And they interviewed a woman who was like 8 or 10 at the time who crossed the bridge, and she was talking about National Guardsmen and billy clubs and stuff like that. I like that tweet and this tweet, and we'll find it. Take your time, but I'll tell you why I liked it. I had a sad thought. You know, like the sad thoughts are like when you go to a ballpark and you buy a beer and it comes in a plastic bottle. And I would never buy a beer in a plastic bottle if I was sitting around at my house, but you have the plastic bottle because too many people threw the glass bottle out on the field. And then there's a part of you that has a feeling, and it's the same feeling like when you see the park benches and they got a bunch of speed bumps on them. It's like, yeah, too many hobos shooting up and they fall asleep, and we're trying to deter these people. And you see the freeway signs in LA and there's barbed wire around it, and you go, oh, sad.
Yeah.
You know, like sad that we didn't have to do this in the past. They give you a fucking beer stein in
like
the past.
CVS and everything's empty.
In a cage, everything's, you go CVS, and you're there and you're like, oh, I'm trying to buy aspirin. Like, press the button for the attendant, and you're like, oh, it's sad. And now we're going to have to take the aluminum batons used for the last 70 years in relay races and make them out of balsa wood because too many black chicks are beating the shit out of each other.
It's one.
Yeah, it was one beer bottle that took out that manager in 1979.
What if she actually, it was an accident?
That's what she said.
Is there any chance?
I know my intentions. I would never hit someone on purpose.
Is there any chance? Because she was in third place. It wasn't like she was going to win.
If there's ever an excuse for punching a black chick in the back of the head, it's during a relay. It's not like you're at a club. You know, your arms are flopping, but she did.
But wouldn't this be a better sport anyway?
I would watch it. I would tend to watch it.
For sure. We're watching now.
I will tell you this. There's some people, especially people that have a physical nature, where they might do something and have no recollection of that act. Like they go, I'm not the type of person. You're not, but in that millisecond you were. You know what I mean?
It's true.
There's every woman I know says she's not violent, but step on her foot in the kitchen, watch her hand come sailing out in your chest. It's a reaction.
My wife threw a sandwich at me one time.
Yeah.
And then texted me, did you eat the sandwich I threw at your head?
What kind of sandwich was it?
Turkey sandwich. Pretty good, actually. Of course I ate it.
I'll tell you, when you watch these tweets, we'll watch the chick who was running in the relay first. She's given an interview.
I kind of believe her. I don't know why.
Well, it's kind of, you know what it is? It's the Mike Tyson thing. Like, she was fouling her during the thing, and she just reacted.
I'm telling you, when I did Dancing with the Stars, and I was done, my first dance, they're like, you called Carrie Ananabi a bitch. And I walked off stage and I went, no, I didn't.
I think I saw that.
They go, you called her a bitch. And I was like, no, I didn't. Why would I say? I didn't say that. And then I watched the tape and she was like, I give Adam a 2. And I go, bitch. You know what I mean? It's like, I said it. And I'm pretty tuned up, and I was like,
don't you have good footwork?
It was all right. The point is, I did something, and I said I did not do it, and I did do it, and I saw it on tape. So she can people are capable of a lot,
right?
So we'll show, but let's listen to her. Just listen to it.
The tears got me.
I'm just a person by myself. Nobody's gonna believe me because I can admit. From the video, it does look purposeful, but I know my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose. I'm just a person by myself. Nobody's gonna believe me because
I'm a sucker. I believe her.
From the video.
No, dude, in competition, like, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Yeah, you're not rubbing, you're not racing.
Yeah, exactly. And she was knocking up against. If you notice early in the video, they were kind of bumping during the pass, and she just lost her temper.
Like when you gave your opponent a noogie during a fight.
Yeah.
Was that on purpose?
Yeah.
Like you knew you were gonna give him a noogie.
Look, I was showcasing that this guy doesn't want to fight. He just wants to hug me. So I gave him a little noogie.
You did.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, now do we
the
have
fans understood? They knew what I was doing.
Do we have the 60-something-year-old woman who marched across the Edmund Pettus Bridge? Who's probably a Klansman. They built that bridge going like 1951.
Yeah.
I will play her, and then I'll circle back.
What am I watching?
Well, we're not watching whatever I asked for, I guess, is what I'm saying.
That could have been 6 years ago.
That's a 68-year-old woman talking about crossing the bridge with...
they're crossing the bridge again.
Well, it's a 68-year-old woman talking about crossing the bridge and cops and billy clubs and stuff that I like to tweet. But whether it's the slide for life or the crossing of the bridge, if it doesn't resemble what I said at all, then it's probably not what I was asking for.
You think he's doing this on purpose? Because it's kind of funny.
It is funny. It is funny, but we'll find that. But again, it'll be whether it's human stick of dynamite or slide for life. It won't involve a ladder and 5 guys. It'll be as described.
Dynamite, I'll have you know.
Captain Dynamite. The human stick of dynamite needs a publicist because he is nowhere to be found on the internet. And yet, here's Captain Dynamite,
just taking all the glory.
All I know is ripping off the human stick of dynamite.
He was. It's like Gallagher's brother.
Yes, ripping off the genius of the pioneer.
Well, I know they have this back there. Beloved Simpsons-inspired treehouse falls to bureaucratic bulldozers. Here's a story to make you shake your head. The cherished Simpsons-inspired treehouse, crafted by former Simpsons producer Rick Polizzi, has been demolished. We've been following it. The whimsical structure of the Sherman Oaks neighborhood favorite, bringing joys to countless families. Saw it in person before it died.
I saw it. I was like,
now the 7-year battle with the city officials is over.
Why can't he have it?
Because
can he have it? Well, he lives in Los Angeles. He didn't ask permission to build it.
I mean, seriously? It's his backyard, no?
It's been
he didn't pull a
24
permit.
years ago. He didn't have a permit for it. And here in California, that's a death sentence. Yeah, they tore down the tree house, and it's over with.
Who snitched on him?
The neighbor was mad that people were coming, and it was getting a lot of attention. And some one Karen ruins the whole deal.
God.
Yep.
Was it Smithers?
Yeah.
There's a couple things. There's I got a like tweet of this guy talking while they're tearing it down. But I also got that other Edmund Pettus bridge lady, 68 with the brooch, who's talking. And there's a whole reason why I'm weaving this elaborate tapestry.
We see.
And you'll see it. But you're gonna have to find that vid of her first, and then
Wait, are you gonna put everything together?
I'm going to tie it all together.
The dynamite too, or no?
Let's not get over our skis, Adam. But I got a lot of tying in to do.
That's amazing.
Yeah. This lady. Now, somebody tweeted to me yesterday, and I liked it. And it's a woman. It was a woman of color with a big brooch, who's 70, who's talking about walking across the bridge. All right. But also, this guy is out filming while, by the way, Mexicans are taking down his treehouse. Now, they're just backing out all the screws. The most dangerous thing you could do at this point with this treehouse is try to demolish it. Like, these guys are standing out there, reaching over their head, taking a floor down above me. Like, if you want to get someone hurt, tell them to take this treehouse down.
Yeah.
It's ironic that LA just burned to the ground, and there's thousands of structures, and this is their focus. Yeah. Their focus is this taxpayer and his tree house. Number one, and by the way, they will fuck your shit up because they have endless amounts of time and endless amounts of money to fight you. You have to pay a lawyer billable hours. You got to go find some jack off in Reseda and give him $400 an hour to represent you fighting the city, which is going to cost you tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars.
$50,000 now.
$50,000, and now he's paying to take it down.
Exactly, yeah.
Also, if you're in fact homeless and you like to build a 2-story plywood with shelter with visqueen on city property, by the way, on a sidewalk or the LA River, no problemo.
Yeah.
Sid's got no thoughts about you. Mm-hmm. You who is a junkie who does not pay taxes, you may build as much shit as you want along the highways and the byways here in Southern California. But you who work for the Simpsons and pays your property taxes and has paid in millions of tax dollars are not allowed to build something at your own expense that the kids in the neighborhood enjoy.
And all the joy he's brought to people from the Simpsons over the years.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. So there is that vid, which exists, and then there's also the Edmund Pettus one as well. And I know it exists because people just send them to me, and I like them. So we could probably find
that's crazy.
One of those.
That's hurting nobody. That's not hurting anybody. It's just
we've left the realm of logic a long time ago. All right, one of those videos has to exist, so just put it on the thing and play it. Or put it on my screen.
Lizzie, we are out here today because the treehouse that I built with a carpenter friend 24 years ago is coming down. The city has started a criminal trial on it, and that trial
Not
is
if you're
on
homeless.
Wednesday, and the city is going to make me pay for court costs, and it's just kind of being a bully. And so I'm taking it down. We're paying for it to get taken down, so they dismiss the charges. I do not want to go to court on Wednesday, so that's why this is all coming down.
Yeah. All right, pause it. Good news, Nashville. Your next resident is coming from Sherman Oaks.
Yeah.
Because people get fucking tired of this shit. They get tired of being treated like a criminal when they're a taxpayer, and they turn the other way and look the other way at the actual criminals.
But I feel like John Lovitz could play him in the movie.
For sure. Lovitz could. He'd be like, they took the Treehouse down. Yeah, that's the ticket. Yeah, Lovett's could play him. He probably worked with Lovitz doing some VO shit for The Simpsons, and they definitely, some writer's assistant said, we got to get a picture.
Lovitz is one of the funniest people I've ever.
I love that guy.
So funny.
All right, now there's only one liked video left to find. And you can put whatever information you have on my screen in front of me, but that's the Edmund Pettis, middle-aged, 65-year-old woman who was walking and being beaten. It's weird. Oh, well, I know you're 5 days into my liked tweets, but this is from yesterday, so it's possible. Maybe. Is it possible I didn't like it? Dawson, you ever see this vid?
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe you clicked it twice.
Yeah, maybe I clicked it twice. Maybe I screwed that. If I would have liked it, it was from yesterday. If not from yesterday, then it means I missed it. Or I looked at it, but I didn't like it. But it was from Fox News yesterday. Dawson, you find it. Well, 68-year-old woman, Edmund Pettis, saying she was there. And then I'll tie it all together. We'll find it.
All right.
Go ahead.
Well, in the meantime, there's a heated controversy unfolding in San Francisco, where local spa's decision to implement a phallus-free policy has ignited passionate discussions about inclusivity, women's rights, and the boundaries of gender identity.
This is called bitten by your own snake. They invent this shit, and then at some point, it all comes for them.
Yeah, but it's a Russian spa, though, so that's why she's not having it.
Yeah, spa in question, known for women's-only spaces, have recently come under fire for enforcing a policy that excludes individuals with male genitalia regardless of their gender identity. This move has been both lauded and criticized, reflecting the complex and often contentious nature of gender politics today.
Yeah.
Statement, the representative from the spa explained, our priority is to provide a comfortable and safe environment for our clients. This policy is in place to respect the privacy and comfort of our patrons. However, this policy has sparked protests from transgender rights activists who argue it discriminates against transgender women. One activist stated, policy like this invalidate our identities and perpetuate exclusion. Yeah. Conversely, some women's rights advocates support the spa's stance, asserting that women have the right to single-sex spaces free from male anatomy.
Yeah. First off, we've had these policies since Roman days. Like, why in the last 10 minutes did we decide the ladies' locker room and the men's locker room was broken? It was so clear-cut, so defined, so easy. What the fuck happened in the last 20 minutes?
But you get people, though, from Russia. They're not... like people from other countries that come over here.
They don't get this shit.
They're like, no, this is for women and this is for men. Like, it's just like that. If it was owned by some type of, I don't know, younger Gen Z, like they might say, you know what, this is inclusive to everyone, but it's like certain people are just like, nope, sorry, women, men, out. You know?
Certain countries are sane, and they're saner than we are.
Yeah. It's going through a thing. We always overcorrect. That's what it is. That we feel bad that trans people got beat up in the bathroom, but like now we're like, dude, come on.
Remember that video of that black woman when the guy went into the girls' bathroom and it had a dick? Obviously.
And we spa.
And that black woman was like, "Are you?" and went crazy. Like, like you can't convince a black woman that's okay.
It's
especially not a sassy
the term is called from the mouth of babes, but it should be from the mouth of blacks, because the mouth, they just say what it is. That dude's got a dick. What's he doing? And all the Karens are like, well, you can't say what he. What are you talking about? His cock swinging around. Like they literally just go, here's what's happening. I'm black. I'm gonna tell you exactly what's happening. I'm not gonna pretend I'm in your weird fucking cult.
I was with my daughter and her little friend who's black and their mom, and some girl scratched my daughter. It was like those big Lego blocks, and the woman comes over with me and goes, if your daughter doesn't apologize, I'm gonna bop you on the head with a Lego block.
Wow. And from the mouth of blacks?
Yeah, the woman, this is last week. Woman apologized. Like that was it.
That was it.
All right. Do we have that catalytic converter story?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
I want to get that. All right. From the mouth of blacks. Let's see. Yesterday, news, Dawson. It's on Fox.
I'm going through Fox News. I'm going through all of their articles, and
not an article, right?
I'm going through all of their stories that they have videos on.
Okay, the videos. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, but if you say articles, I think it's an article.
I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing it yet.
Not that story of the 60th year, huh? Of the Edmund Pettus thing?
I know, and as I search for those terms, Bloody Sunday, Edmund Pettus, the stories that are, the first ones that are coming up are from 2015.
Oh.
They don't have any stories on the search from 2025.
Oh, we'll do a 60th anniversary.
I feel like I'm at a strip club right now, and he's going to say, now dancing on
the main stage.
Do 60th anniversary. That'll narrow it down, because that can't be 10 years ago.
No.
All right, sorry. Go
In
ahead.
the meantime, 2 murder suspects who allegedly killed a Good Samaritan in Los Angeles County while he was attempting to stop them from stealing his neighbor's catalytic converter were in the country illegally and have lengthy criminal records.
Yeah, so we're a sanctuary city.
Yeah.
So we got a bunch of people that aren't supposed to be here, and we won't deport them, and also we won't lock them up. These guys have been arrested like 13, 14, 15 times.
Robin Alice, a Guatemalan national, has been arrested at least 15 times in the last few years in the county, predominantly on gun charges, grand theft, burglary, drug charges.
Listen, in the name of equity, first off, I thought you guys hated guns. Don't you hate guns?
Yeah,
well, then what about guys with guns who get arrested? Don't you want them incarcerated? Could you imagine if you were the wife or the kids of this guy who, when you walk outside because you hear a guy fire up a Sawzall 3:30 in the morning and wants to know what's going on, just gets shot dead, and the people that shot him dead have been arrested 15 times and aren't supposed to be in this fucking country in the first place, but because it's a sanctuary city, we'll never do anything with them except for push them back on the streets. And by the way, then you people start getting this Tom Homan's going to round up school-age kids and
Selena
put them in a
Gomez
wagon.
crying.
And Selena Gomez, any tears for the guy who got shot?
No,
by these two, you fucking bitch.
Yeah,
Jesus
I think
Christ.
the word sanctuary, it invokes the fact that there are a lot of like people who, they illegally cross, but now live like a good life, and
there's
that's
some
what we
of
want to give
those
sanctuary
people.
to. But then these guys have been busted, multiple grand theft arrests, mostly for stealing catalytic converters. He's already done this. Past charges for DUIs, conspiracy, felon, possession of gun, possession of burglary tools, possession of meth, possession of stolen property, and felony hit and run during a police pursuit.
These guys are
This
bad.
guy's a bad guy, and we knew he's a bad guy. He was doing bad stuff, never got his stuff together, and never got deported. So now he killed, allegedly these 2 guys killed a Good Samaritan. It's a damn shame.
All right, there is a vid I know we have Nithya Raman, who's the city councilman, because we've looked at this dingbats video a few times. She's a councilwoman. She went to Harvard, everybody. She went to Harvard.
Yeah.
She went to Harvard, and she has a big swath, maybe where you live. I read that her place was from like Silver Lake to Reseda. And this person has thoughts about catalytic converters. By the way, these are the second guy killed. There was that actor who was bartending in downtown, and he came out, and someone was stealing catalytic converters, and he got shot dead. So at a certain point, people are dying because of this catalytic converter problem that we're having. Yeah, Johnny Wachter, who was an actor who walked out after his bartending at 2 in the morning, and he got shot dead. So people are dying now because people are stealing catalytic converters. But let's see.
All the time, because my Ring, just like, you have like that Ring app, all the people too talk about how they got their catalytic converters.
All right, but Nithya Ram's got a solution to it. Not take illegals and lock them up who are doing this repeatedly. That wouldn't be the way to do it. She's got another angle on it. Here it is.
In this case, I think one of the things that really infuriates me is that we have a company, the Prius, Toyota, who makes the Prius, that essentially has a device on their cars, which is super easy to remove.
Oh, God.
It's basically the value of a MacBook, right? That is put in a place that is incredibly easy to access in your car. And then the thefts related to this issue have essentially all of the costs of that are given to us to bear instead of them having to manufacture a car that actually is not so easy to be stolen.
That is the dumbest argument.
She went to
Those sexy
Harvard.
Priuses were asking for it wearing those tight leggings.
They act like as if they didn't have meth, gun, other charges before that. Like as if they even made a solution to that, they wouldn't go on to the next crime that they can commit.
Yeah.
By the way, so easy to be stolen, it's welded into the
it's
middle
hard
of
as
the
shit.
car.
Well, you never jacked up the Prius and got up under there with the skill saw.
It's not a skill saw, but I know what you're saying. Although skill probably makes a bayonet saw, which you're thinking about. Yeah, you just need a floor jack and a acetylene cutting rig and 2 guys, and it pops right out.
Yeah.
Like anytime you have to sawzall something out, it's not so easily to be stolen.
And the problem is Toyota, not the person doing it. It's Toyota's the problem. If it wasn't for Toyota, this guy would be alive. It's like, come on.
Can you believe
gymnastics?
This fucking dope went to Harvard.
I know.
But by the way, what are they teaching in Harvard? Number one. And then number 2, her plan is to blame Toyota for a component that is welded into the center bottom of the car. That's her plan.
I mean, I feel like that's an argument that a lawyer makes when he knows there's like 19 ways that the person committed murder.
Your
and you're
Honor,
just trying to throw.
So easy to steal that. How can you expect them not to steal that?
Well, look, if this bitch was wearing her backpack and walking down the street, it's real easy to knock her over and take her backpack. You don't need a sawzall. You don't need a floor jack. So would that be okay? And then is it your fault for wearing your backpack over your shoulder while walking? Like, stealing Nithya Raman's backpack would be super easy. Just come up behind her, smack her in the back of the head with that baton that chick used in the relay, and then just take her backpack.
Yeah, just run right across.
That would be her fault for wearing the backpack outside. Super easy to take. And by the way, she said the value of a MacBook Pro that could be in the backpack. So what are you flaunting it for, bitch? It's your fault.
I mean, I like to think that people like the guys that are for transgenders in women's sports are people that just never played a contact sport, so they just have no. So then I go, okay, this person just never did that. That's why they're thinking that. But this person has lived. I mean, so either she has been prep school her whole life, Harvard, and then now lives in this gated community.
Outside,
Because, or how else do you find?
No idea. I don't know how you get to the mental gymnastics it takes to go, hey, it's the Prius's fault for getting stolen.
Okay, well, here's what I'm saying. I want to hear her one more time. Poor Dawson can't find that clip.
Damn.
I'll find it right after the show, but I want to hear her one more time. Okay, now we got 2 dead people.
Yeah.
Because people are stealing these things, at least. So maybe I'll have it your way. It's Toyota's fault. I don't think Toyota's budging on this one. I think they're just making their cars and sending them here. If they're sending them to Sodom and Gomorrah, they're not responsible for that.
Yeah. Well, Kia, and they had a similar thing because it's super easy just to jimmy it with the,
Go online and steal the car.
Exactly.
You're still dealing with a problem of thieves.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, here it is. Super easy. One more time.
In this case, I think one of the things that really infuriates me is that we have a company, the Prius.
She's a socialist, by the way, so she blames Toyota.
Prius, that essentially has a device on their cars, which is super easy to remove. It's basically the value of a MacBook, right? That is put in a place that is incredibly easy to access in your car. And then the thefts related to this issue have essentially all of the costs of that are given to us to bear instead of them having to manufacture a car that actually is not so easy to be stolen.
I mean, the guy next to her is just dead inside. He's just sitting there.
I've said many times, I started with Kamala Harris, but they need to have, like, their pages or aides have a squirt gun. And so if I start rambling on something retarded, just fucking hit me. Like when the cat jumps on the sofa, just, you know what I mean? Just, you know what? Just get me moving on to something that makes sense, because I sound like an insane, rambling, retarded person at this point.
Super soaker.
Well, but usually you see these people make these arguments on the internet, and you've never seen them in real life.
Yeah, right.
Like, it's just like they have an avatar or something.
She got voted in, people. They voted her in. They voted this destructive socialist. And by the way, do you want to know why LA's a piece of shit? Her and her friends.
Well, it's because the ballots. You get the ballots, and there's like 30 people, and then they give you 3 things they're for. And so you don't really know who you're voting for.
Well, here's what I yell every time when I talk about this dumb shit over here. She's not in charge of catalytic converter response. She's calling all the shots. She was calling COVID shots 5 years ago, right?
Wow.
Her and her dumb bitch friends are calling COVID shots.
Yeah.
So we're fucked on every policy, because she's taking this insane 10-cent socialist head of hers and directing it toward... But what do you think?
Yeah.
Where do you think she comes down on the treehouse? She wants the treehouse down. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's not taking her worm-riddled, retarded brain and only doing catalytic converter math.
Yeah.
She's taking this horrible sense of logic everywhere.
And put Captain Dynamite out of a job.
Oh, man.
But then you see people that are like gays for Palestine, and you're like, okay, that's essentially this is who they voted for.
That's what they voted for. All right. I'll wrap up my 2 clips tomorrow. We'll find these things. I'll find them as soon as we get off the air. Not sure why. I don't know how the internet works. But look, we found Captain Dynamite.
So we'll take that win.
It's a Pyrrhic victory, really.
Yeah, but I feel I'm taking partial credit for putting the word daredevil.
Hey, a win's a win.
In there. All right, listen, yeah, that's right. The other guy didn't make weight. That's all right. You still keep your strap, Dawson. All right, Adam, let me give you a plug. Stand Up. We're calling it a special, but it's an album.
Yeah, but I'm leaving on Thursday. I'm doing a tour with Russell Peters.
Oh, all around the world.
All around the world. So we're going to Australia. We're going to China, Japan, Singapore.
So if you're out that way,
yeah,
swing on by.
So I'll be at the Sparks Arena in Auckland, New Zealand next week, and then Sydney, Australia at the Kudos Bank Arena, South Brisbane, Australia, John Cain Arena, Melbourne, Australia, Perth, Australia after that, Hong Kong, Thailand, South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, Singapore, Malaysia. So I'll be all those places with Russell.
I'm going to be in Phoenix.
And then I'm also writing for Gutfeld now, too.
Oh, you are?
Which is nice. Yeah,
Love
yeah.
Gutfeld.
Yeah.
I'll be in Phoenix this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Desert Ridge Improv. Probably going to sell out, but come by, say hi, see how that goes. Adam Hunter, this was fun. Come back.
Anytime. I hear great things about your show, by the way.
Anytime.
About your live show.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well, tell me off the air.
For real.
Until next time, Adam for Adam Hunter and Mayhem saying mahalo.